So we got a call earlier today about Rover from the vet, and he's been on a drip all night. His vital signs, everything's looking normal, and he's in good spirits. However, they were a little bit concerned because he's been on a drip and he's got a catheter in. They were concerned about the amount of urine he's producing, and they're saying it should be more. So they wanted to keep him in and then do a ultrasound. Do an ultrasound to make sure he doesn't have any internal leakage of his bladder. And then they said they'll contact me again this afternoon to let me know how it went and what's going on.
So would he need another operation if there was leakage then?
Yeah, so if there is leakage, then they'd have to try and stop it. However, the volume, because usually when you're on a drip, you do need to urinate quite a bit. You're very hydrated. And given that the volume overnight wasn't that much because they're monitoring it because he's on a catheter, they wanted to keep him in and just have another look, and just to be sure. I said absolutely, yeah, try and work it all out, because he has had some incontinence issues. He's had, quite a few issues around his bladder and urination. So hopefully it'll be good to get to the bottom of it if they can find something. But they said the MRI will pick up if there's any fluid outside of the bladder and around any of the other organs. He said that they did remove quite a large uterus, which was putting a lot of pressure on some of his other organs. They did say that what they removed as part of the desexing operation appeared to be... You all right, mate? Buddy? Appeared to be testicles. However, he said that if he was to send them away to be tested, it's likely that they would have, that'd be a bit of a combination of testicles and ovaries. They'd have cells from both. He said it's a very unusual case. However, the majority of what they could see did seem to be that he was more male and just had a couple of female organs there. But he said he went on to sort of talk a little bit more about the scale of the classification of being a hermaphrodite, and he was saying he was more towards being male than 50-50 or the other way around. Yeah. So again, it's not a textbook case. Yeah. It's not a textbook classification. But I was interested to see whether he was going to remove ovaries or testicles. So, but it's very interesting. I think it's quite an interesting case.
Absolutely.
So he's doing well. He's in good spirits. He's bouncy. He's happy. He's just being monitored and made sure that there is no internal leakage of his bladder. So yeah, it was quite a intrusive surgery in the fact that they were looking for a few different things as well as being desexed. But he should have a little bit more room now in his abdomen, given that they've removed significant volume of organs.
Yeah, okay.
So fingers crossed he'll be good to go to come back this afternoon, but either way I'll get another update this afternoon.
Yeah, yep, okay. Yeah. All right.
Hey Jase, how should I support this, mate?
Good, mate.
I've just cut that hanger, but how should I brace up this joist? As I cut it through, I did see it just twist slightly because I've taken that support off that side.
I can cut that out there, right?
So just put a, you can see it's just got a little bit of movement in it now, but once we put weight on it, what's going to be the best way to...
Still got some of those long bugles, mate. You just bang straight through here.
Not really that long though, that's the thing.
Stick it down and just go boom, boom, straight into it.
Down 2.
Good one.
That's all I need. I knew I had them somewhere.
Hello, mate. Hello, beautiful boy. Jase, what's it like to see Chance out here like this?
Oh, amazing, Sam, amazing.
Did you ever think that he'd...
In the early days, there wasn't too much hope.
Yeah.
But to see him like this,
It's awesome, isn't
it's
it?
rewarding. You
It
know,
is.
it's good. We know how much work has gone into it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like literally blood, sweat and tears,
Oh,
wasn't it,
yeah.
back in the early days?
Big time.
Yeah.
Now look at him. You know, this is a
Yeah.
completely new job. Rehabilitated.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to see.
It
Warms
is.
the heart.
It does. For us too.
Chance. Hey, buddy. Hey, boy. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Mate. Hey. Who would have thought, eh? Who would have thought, buddy? Good boy, mate. You're a good boy. Look at that face.
I know.
You two must go. You, mate. You're gonna tell
And
us
these
this, buddy.
two, you know, together.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy, isn't it?
It's a good story, isn't it, really? It's worked out really well. Worked out really well.
Their dislike for each other was so intense.
Crazy.
Like,
Crazy.
if you didn't see it for yourself,
It was,
you
yeah.
wouldn't believe it, would you?
That's probably the worst I've come across, you know.
Yeah.
That it was just... No, they couldn't even bring them in the same vicinity to each other.
Yeah. Like back in those early days, I remember,
To each other.
like, what, 20 metres, you know, they'd be trying to kill each other.
Remember
you
when we
know?
did those first interactions with them? We were like, Luke and I at the end of our legs.
Yeah, you had like 2 leads on them.
Crazy.
And
Yeah. So, you know,
I know.
look at this.
Yeah, amazing.
Don't let them down, guys. Now I've said that.
Yeah, no.
Right. Peace, love, and harmony.
Yeah.
Burned me a couple of times. I thought we were
We're-
making better progress.
Chance.
Yeah.
taking it back a step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of times. So
But this is
With Roscoe
probably...
or other dogs. Just little hiccups. Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually like you see a couple of the dogs sort of mouthing each other or having a little bit of a jostle. He couldn't handle it.
He couldn't keep out.
No, so there was a few times there.
Expected though, those kind of moments, isn't it?
Well, if you know him and his personality, yeah, it's expected. But it's not acceptable.
He knows.
Yeah.
He knows it's not
Yeah.
right. It's not allowed. But
Yeah.
his natural drive just couldn't help himself.
Yeah. I honestly picture it. I've said it a few times. They got it.
What?
Buggers. Miss Violet and Tank were chewing on that line before.
Oh,
I told them off, but they chewed it
the
through.
Christmas lights.
Yeah. Yeah, I take it, like I know a couple of guys that are similar in the way that they're not going to take anyone lipping off to them at a pub, you know?
Yes.
That's what he's like, yeah.
I know a couple of guys like that myself.
No, that's what I mean. We're probably talking about the same guys. But it's 100% his personality, you know? But now, you should see him. He goes pretty good. If someone's giving him a little bit of grief, he kind of just looks around for me, and he knows I'm going to give him a reward because he's going to ignore it and come over.
Yeah.
So he's doing pretty well.
Yeah. I mean, you know, from those early days though,
Oh,
complete turnaround.
Yeah.
Complete turnaround.
oh
Wasn't
yeah.
it? Oh, do you remember how far back it was? Like,
I remember, mate. I remember
yeah,
every
mate.
step of the way.
it was crazy.
Because that was like, what was it, maybe 10 months ago or something now.
Oh, so dull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all doing really well.
But it just shows how much, how long the
Couldn't imagine back
journey is.
then.
That they're going to be in this situation now.
No.
But the system works, doesn't it? Hey, living proof, mate.
Roscoe's such a relaxed dog now,
See, mate.
isn't he?
Yeah, he does like to whisper a couple of growls in Chance's ears if they say, "Hey, the old times have changed. I'm the enforcer here now, so better respect it." And Chance goes, "Okay."
Aw.
He was giving a few whispers too, and I came in and I was giving some affection to the other dogs. He
He's
comes
jealous.
in and goes,
He's jealous, isn't he? He's jealous dog.
plenty to go around, mate. All right, there's plenty of love.
He doesn't think so.
He doesn't, does he? But I mean, what kind of life did he have before this? You know,
Oh, yeah.
you don't know, and
Like he'll be curled up in one of those little dog beds in the house, like the wooden ones. He likes the real small ones.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason he curves himself right
Get
up.
himself nice and cozy.
Yeah. And Joey will come over and give me a pat. And if I make any noise at all, like, "Oh, g'day Joey, how you going?" You know, Ross goes straight up no matter where he is. He tries to wedge his head between whatever dog I'm patting and just like, "Give me a pat." Doesn't
He
he?
just loves it, doesn't he?
He is just
He
an
loves
absolute
it.
jealous boy. He
Yeah.
honestly thinks, in his mind, it's me and him against the world. You know?
Well, pretty much is, mate. You know, he's been on his trip with it, you know. And he's
Yeah.
been,
he,
he's
he
recovered.
loves the kids though. He's really
But I'm saying he thinks he's my right hand man. Like
Right.
his position is there's Luke
He's
and then
the
there's Roscoe.
hierarchy.
Yeah.
and then there's Roscoe.
Then there's Roscoe.
Two I see.
Everyone else is
Two I
beneath.
see, mate. Hey? You just take 5, buddy. All right.
He doesn't even like
Music
to
in the background.
eat the same, does he?
But he's not eating like he used to.
No, he doesn't want to eat like the rest of the
Oh, he likes his own.
minions.
does What's on the menu tonight?
So this morning.
So we could look into it psychologically, right? Which I know you've got a theory on.
100%.
He's got a theory on it, but I was thinking about it. What
He's
if?
above them.
But what if he was
They're below
not
them.
fed proper food and he was only fed like leftovers? That was his diet. Because some people do that. You know, they don't give. You know, maybe they can't afford to feed their dogs properly, and you know they just give them a few slices of pizza or. Like I had thought about that, you know, that maybe he's used to
The
that
other
kind
thing
of
is,
diet.
If he was a, you know, bred to
like
be
that
a scary, aggressive dog to guard, they often, underfeed them, so that makes them a bit more angry and more aggressive. So therefore, if he was getting tidbits and scraps, it probably would be. But
He won't eat like freshly cooked salmon and chicken.
out of a dog bowl.
Out of
With
a
the
dog
other
bowl.
dogs. Doesn't want a bar of it.
But will
Take him inside and give him a skerrick off the corner of your plate.
Yeah, it's weird.
So I've been doing a little thing where like I'm pretending that your dinner is my dinner, and I'm like, oh, I'm full, I'm done with this. Put it down. He's straight on it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He's found out that he's above everyone else.
You know what I mean?
No, I only eat off Luke's
I
plate.
honestly think that he at dinner time there's 20 odd dogs in there, and he's
I'm not
there
feeding
going,
with the rest of the peasants.
what am I doing eating with you lot?
That's where I'm supposed to be.
That's what he thinks.
I'm waiting on my table. Where's my table?
Because he'll sit there and he'll because the food comes out in like big trays, and we divvy it all out, and it's like I'm moving like money, he'll guard it. Step back, guys, step back. No one pass this line, please.
Head of security.
Yeah, and then we dish it all out, and then I give it to him, and he's like, I don't want that. This looks very familiar to the dog next to me. I clearly should have a.
But he doesn't mind he doesn't mind a vanilla slice.
Oh,
Does he?
smash a vanilla slice, smash some apple pie, whatever muffin I've got left over from Smoko.
It's odd. Anyway, he's a unique boy.
Isn't he?
Yeah. They've all got their uniqueness. Roscoe's
I remember the first day he turned up, and I just looked at those eyes, and he just like this, just followed you everywhere. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
look at this one, Luke.
Nah, he didn't move
He was
his
very
head.
intimidating, didn't he?
Yeah.
He just moved his eyes, just followed you everywhere.
He'd pin his nose and he'd lean on the edge of that
His
cage.
teeth would
Yeah,
pop
the
out
lip
through
would
the
come up
cage.
and you'd see the tooth, and nothing would move except his eyes would just follow you
Just
where you
follow
went
you.
past. And you're like, I remember we spoke about this the other day actually. It was because he was very hard to read.
yeah.
He was really
Big time.
difficult to interpret what was going
Just
on.
didn't give much off, did he?
Nah.
Just stare at you the whole time.
Yeah. And
Okay.
it took me a while to figure out that there was this real happy, boisterous puppy in there.
Yeah.
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 Because every time I'd let him out, he'd do these, like, because he's real vocal.
With his,
So he'd come up to you and run straight up to you going, "Ooh." You're like, "Ooh, how's this going to go?"
Yeah, man.
But he's like super excited and happy. I'm like, oh, he's just real happy.
Yeah. It was a little bit intimidating though, wasn't it, at the
Yeah.
start? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the first day I went up there at night and I let them all out to go to the toilet. I was by myself and he was a bit weird because it was night time, and he actually gave me a threatening bark, like right up to me, and he looked at me and goes, because I didn't have my hat on.
Right.
I just walked up, had a jumper, no hat, just walked up,
seen
let
a
him
different
out.
silhouette coming
Yeah,
in.
and he looked at me like this and then went, "Ooh," like that. And I was like, "Mate, it's me." And I took off my jacket and just walked up to him so he could smell it.
Oh,
There's a dog
someone's
under there.
paw.
Sorry, darling. Didn't expect one to be under there. Yeah,
So
I had to unzip my jacket and like expose my belly to him, like, "Sniff me, mate, it's me."
That's me.
And you could see him just staring at me in the eyes, going, "I hate you." That was I was like, oh wow, it's just me and you in the darkness now.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a big boy. You're a good boy, mate.
He's a big marshmallow though,
Yeah.
aren't you, bud?
Even Nanny's still a little bit wary.
Nanny's a bit. She can't read him.
Yeah.
I think a lot of new
I guess
people
because
will
we spent
feel
so much
that.
time with him as well, mate.
Yeah, we know.
The difference between his "I'm going to kill you" face to "I love you" face is this. This is his I'll kill you face,
Yeah.
and this is his "I love you" face.
Exactly. And this is the thing, you can't read him. You just can't. You just have to,
Because he does that to the girls,
Mm.
but they're real. They trust that all the dogs are,
Yeah.
love them and they love them, so they just snuggle into this guy, and he loves it.
And how's my mate Fredo over here coping with the security?
Yeah. We were worried, weren't we,
Yeah,
about that?
that there was going to be a conflict of
Yeah.
power.
Yeah. Is he taking it all right?
No, he does. Fredo, because they've got a different role.
Mm.
So Fredo, he wants to eat the delivery men.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So he's at the gate. He's
Yeah,
a boundary.
okay.
He's
Yep.
a boundary guarder.
Boundary.
Whereas Roscoe is a private personal guarder. So he won't
Yeah.
go up to the gate.
No, he's
He
all
sits-
about
He sits where you
personal protection.
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
So if they get past Fredo, then it's Roscoe's right.
Mm.
And it's funny because they totally, they really like each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they really respect each other.
The two big boys are like, yeah, high five.
We've got
mate.
this.
Yeah.
We've got this place.
Yeah.
It's like you guys. They're good mates. Yeah.
You take the gate. You take the wrestle.
He's a good boy, Fredo.
Yeah, he's really interesting, Roscoe. For a big dog, he's super agile and coordinated and
Nice.
strong, isn't he?
Getting him on those bike runs, in the early days.
Yeah.
He's an athlete, isn't
Yeah. You seen him jump the fences? Did you
Yeah.
know him jump the fences?
No
Yeah.
dramas.
Yeah.
No dramas. Once he figured that out, that was it, wasn't it?
He can't be contained though,
No.
can he? Even the tennis court, we can't keep him in.
Mm.
What's he getting up to in the tennis courts?
He grabs the bottom of the wire and rips it up. And
Just destroys it.
creates a hole and then jumps
Yeah.
through.
Cannot be caged.
But,
So-
but he's kind of worked out that, don't contain me, but I'm not going to get up to no good. I'm just going to hang out and defend the fort. I'll hold it down. So I've stopped putting him away.
Yeah.
He just, if I've got tradies, if I've got whatever, he just hangs out with me.
Yeah, it's good.
This morning he had a good bark at the cleaners, but as soon as I said to him, Roscoe, no, none of that, just come straight back to me. Yep, what are we doing? Yep, okay.
Yeah.
So if you let him go, he'll be very intimidating.
Oh, gotcha.
But yeah, he's very responsive. So I just have him with me whenever tradies are around, and he's happy.
The poor tradies. You can just imagine them walking and going, what is going on here? Hey?
Absolutely. They must talk about us outside of. Yeah.
The Crim Safe
20
door
dogs?
guys, yeah. The Crim Safe, the guys that did the Crim Safe doors, I was like, I said to him, I gave him the brief, I'm like, I put all the dogs in the playground, but one of them can jump the fence. If he jumps the fence, call out to me straight away, because I was off doing something else. He's like, he's the big one and he's the one you got to be scared of, so just call me straight away if he jumps the fence. Anyway, I happened to be there talking to him when he jumped the fence. I said, oh, here he goes, you just jumped the fence, and you should have seen us both jump inside.
Put the crim safe.
Yeah, don't worry.
If it's not crim safe, it's not crim safe.
That's right. And so I just put him in a drop out the front while I was talking to them all, and I was like, right, he'll come with me now. They're like, you going to put him back? I said, no, he'll just hang out with me. You're right, I've got him, and just look at me, watch me walk down the, is he gone? Because he's a threatening dog, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially
Very big, very powerful.
especially when you see the size of the fences, and it's like, oh yeah, he just jumps them. Yeah. They're like, what?
Oh, yeah, shit.
Next thing he's locked eyes with you and he's just scaled the fence.
Yeah, that's what he does. He's like
You can see him just looking at you from a mile away.
Yeah.
And then he starts bounding over.
Yeah.
Remember me?
I know. And there's no body language giveaway when he's approaching. Like he just locks eyes with you and just comes in.
Yeah.
And you're like, are you friendly? Are you happy? Are you angry? It gives away nothing.
Yeah.
It just comes in straight at you.
But you know what? Like, I think that but these two, they just they love it that they can be themselves here.
Yeah, we give them an opportunity to be
Yeah.
who they are.
Like it's not like they are the big marshmallows and they are great family dogs, but they do also want to feel like they're, they got a role and
Yeah, we're not taking away from them what
indeed
they
they do.
naturally or
Yeah.
instinctively want to do. Look, everyone from the pool shop definitely talk about us.
we have a joke about it, but everyone has to understand that this is the reality of having a large pack of dogs with a history. Like it's not like it's just all forgotten, and you know, like they're really well trained and they're highly responsive and high performing dogs. But you know, we've got a pack of serious, some very serious dogs.
Yeah, they're not, you know, pampered poochers from the city. Like these guys are fresh out of the clink.
That's right. they've been to the dark side.
Yeah.
You know, and come through it. But there's still a little bit of dark side in there if someone wants to break into the place.
Yeah.
The brief to all tradies now is, you know, I'm going to open the gates. You're going to drive to where you need to go. If there's any dogs around, you stay in the car. I'll come down. But I'll stay away. All the dogs with me. Then you can get out of the car and get to where you need to go. Any dogs around the car, don't get out.
Maybe like addressing dogs, there's signs. Do not get out of the vehicle. Do not exit the vehicle.
Keep your hands inside the vehicle.
T-Rex is here.
Sometimes I go down there like when a Woolies orders, you know, or there's a delivery, and so they don't even come into the property. They're just they're dropping off at the other side of the gate. But I go down there and I've got 25 dogs, you know, with me, and sometimes they just get out, and it's just so entertaining for them that they've got their phone out. Like I imagine that they're doing it just purely to show their wife when they get home, like, because no one would believe them, you know.
Yeah, the comment is usually, "Why so many? They're all so big."
Why are they so big, and why have we got so many?
Why so many dogs?
Yeah.
Why, they're all so big ones. And I was like, yeah, you know, we don't choose them.
Yeah.
They choose us. But
once one of them starts, realises, hey, there's someone here.
Yeah.
Oof, they all
Yeah.
have to
And he goes, "They're all yours?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Do they listen to you?" I said, "Yeah." And he didn't believe me. He goes, "Make them do something." I was like, "All right." "Dogs, sit." All of them just went, "Oh, I'm getting out of here." And he left because he saw me revving them up, and then he's like, "Settle down, sit." And he was just like, "I am not coming back."
Yeah. Yep. That's pretty good though.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. They all did it.
Yeah, they all sat
done, guys.
perfectly, and but none of them took their eyes off him. They all sat staring at this guy still.
They would have picked up on his vibes
he was
too.
just like, "I'm out of here."
Acting strange.
What is it, Miss
Here we go.
Violet? Good morning. Coming out of her kingdom. Oh, I'm going to go back to my dog kennel. Hello. Hello. Miss Violet.
And what about Nevaeh, Jase? Like, because she's real calm now, isn't she?
I said that to Luke yesterday. Actually, yeah, we had a chat about him. I was like, yeah, I can't. It's like she's a different dog
Yeah.
compared to, you know, when she arrived as well. Just
Yeah.
totally wild. Really, wasn't she, Luke?
Yeah.
We thought,
She couldn't
she's
sit
basically a
still,
wild
and
dog.
yeah, absolutely.
but now look at her.
Yeah,
Just
she's
domesticated.
and in the
Hey?
house, she's so
loving it.
Quiet as a
calm.
mouse.
Yeah.
She's very relaxed.
You should see the cat comes running around, and she just like watches the cat. You can see in her eyes, she's like following the cat around with her eyes, looking at me like, can I get involved in this? Yeah. But she knows.
I'm
She's
still
like,
got to keep an eye out.
yeah, she knows. She's like, "Oh, I've got a good thing going here." But it's I'm a big.
She's been a massive turnaround too, hasn't she?
Yeah.
But
Did you
like
know
we
that
said
she's been
before-
adopted? Did we
No.
tell you that?
No.
Yeah, she's getting
She-
picked up
Next week.
Adopted by you guys or by someone?
No.
else?
someone.
Yeah,
Wow.
you would think that would be your
Yeah,
Yeah,
first.
that's what I thought the catch was there, but
No.
yeah,
someone-
wow, yeah.
Yeah.
coming down.
She's going to go live on a farm.
Oh, how good's that?
Yeah.
How good. Hey,
A lady that she's got dog training experience,
Good.
and she's a big horse
Big
trainer.
Horse trainer, yeah. So
Okay.
she's got a heap of horses on the farm, so she's going to train her to run alongside the horses. Like
Yeah.
she does the motorbike. And I said,
No
just make
dramas.
sure she doesn't bite the front wheel of the horse. Like she sometimes does on the motorbike.
Yeah.
yeah.
So we're real happy for her.
Yeah, you've done well.
Yeah.
You've done well.
Yeah. And I think she's going to share a home with a
all round.
Pomeranian, or is it a Chihuahua?
Yeah, some kind of
Small
breed.
Small dog.
Yeah.
Which she'll do completely fine
She will.
with.
Yeah.
Like, she's actually awesome.
Well, she's got plenty of experience here.
Yeah.
But this is what I was I've said a few times, and if you give them what they need, and they shouldn't be really acting out for anything. Like she was 100% acting out. She was, all of them were either misunderstood or deprived of something that they require.
Yeah.
And so then for the bad habits or the bad behaviour starts creeping in. And but yeah, like once you give them everything they need and they want for nothing, is what you get. Eh?
Yeah. So we are going to miss her.
Yeah.
But we're real happy for her.
I'm going to miss
that.
that.
Be here for
that
good,
husky
bar.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's good, but it's sad as well
Yeah.
that she's going to be gone, But it's good. She's going to have a very happy life, really.
Yeah.
What
Absolutely.
a great ending to the story.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Fredo boy.
Where's that?
Queensland.
Queensland, is it?
Yeah.
So you're just a little bit further away from a visit, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, so it does mean that that'll be it. We won't probably, well, we won't see her again. That's hard.
Just request some
But-
updates every now and
Yeah,
then.
yeah, I'm sure that
Food's here. Awesome, thanks, mate.
I'm sure that we'll get
Any
some
problems?
updates.
I think she'll be fine.
Yeah.
Look at her.
She's a really
That's what I
good
meant.
dog.
She's like a new dog.
Can you
Yeah.
remember how hard we used to work just to get her to acknowledge us?
Oh, mate. She didn't phase her whatsoever. She was just focused on what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
She remember for the first week or so, she wouldn't even make eye contact with us.
Yeah, that's what I mean. She would even when we were going through those exercises, she would sit but still be locked on every other anything other than us.
But her sit was like a movable sit.
Oh,
She could not keep still.
that's
Do you
what I
remember
mean.
that? Like,
she was just full on like she's on hot potatoes on her feet, just couldn't sit still, couldn't be calm for half a second.
Yeah, like there was a mental problem.
Yeah.
But now look at her. She's just
yeah.
at peace.
Yeah. Because some might have thought that she even had
You
like
wouldn't believe it.
anxiety
You
or
wouldn't believe
something.
the story, would you? You would not believe the story if we didn't
No.
actually see it with our own eyes.
Yeah, yeah. Because I remember we did a behind the scenes post of her, where she was hunting Rosie,
Yeah.
and understandably, all the members, and it's out of concern, but they were genuinely asking, like, can she actually be adopted out? Like, knowing, that her history, but also she just couldn't sit still. Like, so how can she go into a home,
Well, in those early days, yeah.
But it just shows how long it takes, doesn't it?
But there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
Stick with it.
You should see when if she's able to get one-on-one pats inside without the rest of the dogs, or i.e. one super jealous dog.
Yeah, if he's satisfied and you
With
have
his
sleep,
back turned or something.
someone else gets a cuddle.
She will, no matter what she's doing, she could be standing, right? And as soon as you give her like just a really slow, intimate pat, she just sits there, closes her eyes, and just goes into this trance, just like can't get enough of it. More. And just will try to sleep on her feet just to continue going.
Just to absorb it all.
Yeah, it's so good. She really laps it up, don't you, darling?
What a turnaround.
Yeah.
What a turnaround.
Oh, well. Lunch.
Lunchtime, let's do it. Discard that. Little milestones, Celebrate the victories. See?
Well,
Can I please have a burger?
Till's
That's what he's
quieting
saying.
down a bit, has she?
That's absolutely what he's saying.
Not unless someone's.
She does love to get those goats, doesn't she? That beautiful face.
Hello, mate. Hello, buddy. How that?
You know, with the big boys. Hey? You know, with the big boys, mate. You want some? You can have a little bit, all right? Oh, yeah. That's it.
Chips? Dip 'em in that, mate.
Good, eh?
Oh.
What are you talking about? He's got a problem with eating, mate.
See, I'm telling you.
He just
He only
He just
wants
wants a
our
seat at the
food.
table.
That's
he
right.
just ate a zucchini chip,
This is what I'm talking about.
but he doesn't want dog food, even though it's not dog food.
Mate, it's what you said.
It's salmon, chicken. If we had it here on a plate
I
and
don't
then gave
think-
him, he'll eat
I
it.
don't think it would matter what it is.
No.
I think the point is he wants to sit and
That's
eat with
right. I'm
See,
telling you.
you're,
Not with the rest of the
you're on
box.
the same theory now.
you. Oh, big time.
I'm telling you, it's what's going on.
You might have to get him a little booster chair. Put him next to the baby, you know. Is that what you want, mate? A little apron, a little bib. You sit down, have a meal. A succulent meal.
Exactly. That's why I said you should have got him a burger.
You might be
I didn't think about it, but I totally should have.
Like just a cheeseburger or something. Because we are trying, like he's, he hasn't been well, so we're trying to fatten him up a bit.
Help yourself. Get in
You
there,
can
mate.
eat that one,
Go
like
on,
you half ate it.
into it. Zucchini.
Zucchini.
It's good for you.
See what I mean? Like that. There's no way he enjoying that.
Well,
We put that
maybe
in the
he
dog's
likes,
bowl.
he might like
He
zucchini.
will
Yeah.
eat it.
Put that in his dog bowl for dinner. He'll turn his nose up at it because it's in a dog bowl.
Wow. You could do some really cool experiments with this. See what he get the same meals in the same
Ah.
bowls. You know?
You can't keep eating them.
Geez, so
You,
can I have
I'll
some
save
more?
you some of my burger, buddy. Okay? I won't eat it all. You can have some of this.
Can't be a chance if you're eating it here, mate. You want to sit at the table too, don't you?
He has no issues with food or what bowl it is in.
Yeah, he's built like a brick, ain't you, mate?
He doesn't care where it comes from.
This is my one now. Good boy. Never thought we'd be sitting at the dinner table together, guys. You know, sharing a meal. Hey,
Look at him.
after our first encounters. You're a good guy, that, yeah. Alright, look, I really enjoy this burger, but there you go. There you go.
Aw. Thanks,
Good boy.
Jase.
I'm proud of you. I can stay at my house for a week or so. My brother will come up, my dad will come up. I'll just put a few tents up out the back. But yeah, we'll definitely figure something out for that one.
Yeah, I know, mate. More, please. Please head down more. Any more of that?
Just,
Take some of that,
have a look at his elbows are just, his feet are on the ground, his elbows are on the bench seat like this. Just perfect. His head resting on the table. Look how cute. So cute.
Do you want a chippy?
They do really love each other.
Yeah. They're great, aren't they?
Are they?
They're just they're called chicken bites, but they're a sweet chili chicken bite. They're unreal, aren't they?
Good. Where did this come from? Grilled.
Grilled. Yeah.
Very nice.
What do you think of the zucchini chips?
Good.
When you
Got
think,
hectic salt on it.
yeah, when you think about it, then you're like, I don't want a zucchini chip.
No,
But then you eat it, you're like, oh, these are great.
I don't think I could eat a whole box of them.
No, they're a
They're
share
good to
box.
have a little, you know,
That's a share packet.
have a nibble on. Yeah, it's pretty good. When we first were grilled. Fresh as grilled. Geez, you guys have introduced me to some food here.
Yeah. Because I looked at the sign. and they're doing like 1,000 square meter leases, commercial leases, so like ideal for trucking.
Yeah.
Factories.
So it's not residential. It's funny, all the other dogs are just finally just going have a little nap.
He picked a toothpick up and it's got a box attached to it.
Lawfully. He's got an eye pinned on it there.
Do you want me to cook the chicken over the barbecue or on the fires? Barbecue. Okay. Along with the oven.
I've got two little noses following me. Zucchini chips are a hit.
A big chesty little thing.
Yeah, she's got a chest on her, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's solid. Filled out.
Alright, let's try and get this deck knocked over. How do you like the drill? Ooh. Like the drill there. Good job, Wolfie. The two I see.
Mr. Chopper boy.
It just like holds my face there and just smooches it.
Drink it, mate. Drink it, buddy. Oh, Mr. Chopper. Mr. Chopper boy.
Hey, if you're sitting there, there's none of that. No. Oh boy. None. And so he's like he's done it as a puppy, but now he's huge, and so he's like, I still do this.
Look at his face.
Yeah.
Look at your face.
It's off. Mr. Chop. Get up and then I'll have the seat. Well, guess what, mate? I'm sitting back down. I'm sitting back down, boy. Now, I'm gonna leave you, mate.
off.